Do you see anything familiar? Is Orlando City kind of building in any sort of way that is like or different from what you guys did?
Oh, wow. I haven't really had a chance to analyze that or look at that. I mean, right now, I'm more worried about us and just us doing things well as we move forward. So, I mean, obviously, they signed a big name player in Kaká, similar to maybe Lundberg, with us. But, and they've tried to, their coach is an experienced coach who's been in Europe as well, has been with the organization for a while. So, I think they've been very methodical in terms of how they're building up. Their GM is a guy who used to be an agent, so he should have enough contacts with players. And, they've been able to find players in different places.
And on film, do they look like a typical expansion team? At least results would suggest that they've had a lot more continuity than New York City has, for example.
Yeah, I mean, they've done a good job holding on to the ball, playing good possession. They got a couple of hardworking midfielders with Agita and Seren, and they've added Carrasco into that mix now. And Kaká is sort of the hub of the wheel, makes their creative juices flow. They've got a striker who, is big and strong, and Laren, so, the inconsistency for them has been in the back because they've played a number of different groups and players together in the back.
Sort of elements kind of surround matches like these where it's your first time ever facing a new expansion side?
I mean, it's just another game, it's the first time us playing them. It's different. It'd be different if we were going there, than it is them coming to our place. But, obviously it's later in the season. If you were playing them early in the season, the first game or two, then there'd be a little more mystery to the whole thing. But right now it's later in the season. I mean, everybody's seen each other play a number of times.
Do you think, normally CenturyLink Field gives you guys such an advantage given the atmosphere, but with them pulling 30,000 plus and obviously not 40, but still they have a very loud stadium as well. Do you think that will kind of nullify?
I think everybody gets excited when they get a chance to play at CenturyLink. I don't think it'll be any different for their players than ours. I mean, our stadium's pretty loud. I haven't been to their stadium, so I can't say how loud it is. I mean, it looks good on TV. They're obviously used to playing on turf, so that's not going to be an issue for them. We just have to play better.
How are your new guys settling in?
Good. Having this whole week of training has helped. A lot of guys adjusting time zones and things like that have been good. Torres, he only got here on Tuesday, so he's just had 2 training sessions. Is probably the newest guy, in terms of settling in. Ivanchitz is, settling in also, so we're happy with all that.
It seems like for the time being, Brad's sort of deputizing for Ozzy, but when Ozzy gets healthy, do you see him as a midfielder for the rest of the season here for you guys mostly?
We'll see. We'll see what all that brings for us at the end of the day. I mean, I think we got to try and get our best team on the field, and that's something that we got to see how all that fits together at the end. So is that Brad in midfield for us? Is that Brad back at center back? Is it Brad maybe at outside back for this year? There might be a little bit of variety there, and then we'll try and find a position next year again.
Does his skill set fit well at outside back? It seems like he does sort of fit some of those attributes.
Yeah, he does well as an outside back, but he's not left-footed, so he's not necessarily a left back, and Tyrone's done all right at right back. So right now it's just a matter of getting our best players on the field, and right now Ozzy's not in there, so we think Brad gives us a good option there.
It seemed like variety was the one kind of briar patch that he didn't want to get thrown into. Is that something you can even consider his preference of wanting to be anchored?
I think Brad's a good captain. I think he'll help out the team. He'll understand. He and I have spoken. Do I think he's, over the moon over it? No. I'm not that silly, but I know he's a good captain. He knows I have his back. He has mine, and I know he'll do what the team needs, to help us get to the playoffs and win an MLS Cup.
How are Clint and Oba doing heading into this weekend?
Oba's trained all week, so it's good. Clint hasn't trained.
How are you hoping to use Oba, I guess, then?
We'll see. We'll see on Sunday.
And then the 3 new players, how will they fit in, or what do you hope to see from them?
They've trained, and we'll see. We'll see on Sunday.